up. It's our flip event with Stephen Curry.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to Flip Events. My name is George. I am your host, and it is that time, friends. First off, I want to say thank you for being here. It's going to be an exciting event, and I need you all to take a seat, hop into your beanbag, give me a big wave, give that air five to your neighbor, maybe a physical high five, because we're about to introduce our very special guest, Stephen Curry. How's it going, Stephen?
It's going great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. We have a global audience watching from all over. So we got fourth graders in Canada, looks like scholars in Greece, schools in Mexico, India, Portugal. I can't even count them all, Stephen. There's so many. But we are all so hyped about your new book, I Have a Superpower. But before I want to set the stage, I want to wind back the clock and get you in that mindset. Before the Warriors, before Davidson, what were you like as a young hooper?
As a young hooper, I was the energetic, goofy, just trying to have fun in every moment that I could type of kid. And, I played a bunch of different sports growing up, basketball, baseball, played a little bit of football, played some golf. So I always like to try things. I always like to experiment, and I love competition. I love, meeting people. I love having fun through sports. And on the basketball court, it was always just, enjoying being creative and, kind of living in the moment every time I got to play basketball just because I loved it so much. So I've tried to carry that with me throughout my entire career, through middle school, high school, college, and now in the NBA. And even though I'm a little taller than I was back then and, I've practiced a lot more, so I'm a lot better. I still have the same joy for the game, and I think that's what it's all about.
I love that, Stephen. I mean, I think about too when I got creative, and when I wasn't as tall either. Like a core memory of mine is like when Harris and I, my buddy, were not tall enough to dunk, so we took like a broken broom to when you could lower like the hoop and then make it good so you can dunk on it. Yeah, so we were like jumping on our shoulders, trying to dunk the ball. I swear there's like a alley-oop to this question. But that was a real core memory for me. That didn't go down the path of becoming a professional basketball player like you, but I have such a love for the game and appreciation for the game. And I'm curious, do you have a core memory that you can recall that really defined your journey to where you are today?
Absolutely. I think, playing in the AAU circuits, which is the Amateur Athletic Union, I was playing in the States when I was 9 years old. I happened to be playing on a pretty good team from Charlotte, North Carolina, where I was growing up. And we made it to the 10 and under national championship in Orlando, Florida. And I was playing in the championship game. I'm 1 year younger than the rest of my teammates because I played up a level. So I was undersized. I was a little nervous, felt pretty overwhelmed. But I was still enjoying myself playing the game. We got all the way to the championship game, and I could shoot pretty well at the time, not as well as I can right now, but that was kind of my main strength when I was out there on the floor, was to shoot the basketball. So when my coach put me out in a big part of the game in the fourth quarter in crunch time, I got fouled shooting a jump shot with literally 3 seconds left, and we were down 1 point. And so I got to the free throw line with the chance to win the game, and I shot the first free throw and I missed. And I felt like the world was kind of caving in on me. I was very disappointed in myself. I was sad that, I thought, we ended up losing the game, and I knew that was, a deciding factor, in the game, me missing that free throw. But I think it helped me in terms of my entire career because it helped me deal with failure. It helped me deal with, sometimes you give your best effort. Sometimes, you have the most confidence, but things just don't work out your way. But it's how you respond in those moments that make you who you are. And it made me work a little bit harder. It made me appreciate the moments when it goes well, when you do win the game, when you do hit the big shot. But it also helped me, not to be afraid of failure, for the rest of my career, because I'd experienced it, and it's not the end of the world when, you give your best and you try and it doesn't work out. There's, hopefully another opportunity for you to come back even stronger. So I've carried that moment with me since I was 9 years old. And no matter how many shots I make, no matter how many shots I miss, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to believe in myself, and I'm not going to be afraid of failure.
I love that, Stefan, and I really, really appreciate you sharing that. And what a pivotal core memory that was too. Like, I think it definitely shows that growth mindset that we can all kind of, push through and like learn from it. It's not failure if we learn from it and like, make sure to be better and take that practice. So I'm really glad that pivotal moment happened. I can't imagine fathom a world without number 30. So really, really happy that, that happened in a way, in a constructive way.
I understand.
Switching gears, but adjacent. In your book, I Have a Superpower. First off, huge fan. It's incredible. I love how you relay this sentiment about this little voice in the back of your head that kind of tells you that you're not good enough. Like you said, like maybe not fast enough, not tall enough, but it like kind of, we have to combat that voice. I'm curious, how did you overcome this as a kid?
I mean, you have to embrace the times where we're all, human beings. We all, have those times where doubt may creep in, where you kind of start to try to compare yourself to somebody to your right or to your left, or, just lose a little bit of faith in yourself. And that happens. Like you said, that voice inside of your head is kind of universal for everybody. But the more that you encourage yourself, the more you have positive self-talk on top of building a great work ethic for whatever that you want to do in life. That's when you're going to be prepared for, those moments where either you're anxious or you're nervous, or, you really care because they're big moments that matter. That preparation will help you get, through those different experiences. And, you got to be your own, biggest fan at times, and make sure that you're speaking positive to yourself, that you're, again, believing in yourself, for the majority of the time, and that, if it's on top of work ethic and it's on top of believing that you're moving in the right direction, that good things will happen.
I love that. It's all about being our fans, be ourselves, be you, and make sure that the positive voices are louder than those voices that are telling you that you're not good enough. So I love that. So a special request along the same side as a book. I know our audience would love it. I know I would love it. Would you be willing to read a couple pages from I Have a Superpower?
Absolutely. So I have it right here. It's a beautiful copy. We got I Have a Superpower in the front, but if you'll let me, I'll open it to kind of the middle portion of the book, and I'll read it for you right here. Let me get set up. All right, here we go. I don't know if everybody can see. Oh, you got it right there. There are only a few people in the whole world who know about Hugh's superpower. My coach, my parents, and of course, me. Now I'll tell them your other secret. It's my favorite part. Guess what? You have a superpower too, and I can teach you how to use it. Now, I know what you're thinking. There's no way this short, scrawny kid has a superpower. And there's no way I have a superpower. That's exactly what I thought. But one day, my mom told me all about my superpower. At first, I didn't believe her. Then my coach told me about it too. He said that my superpower will help me in all parts of my life, even when I grow up. He even taught me how to use it on the basketball court. And that's how we got here. The moment we've been waiting for, folks. We're all about to witness the super, mega, huge reveal. Go. You got this. Now get out there and show them all your superpower. I guess I'm worried I still won't be good enough to keep up with him. Okay, here we go. Can I get on a team?
Thanks, Stefan.
Absolutely. The book's so good, I wanted to keep reading the whole thing.
Right? Yeah, just give this turn page. Yeah, it's a cliffhanger too. You want to find out what happens?
Absolutely.
I love that part of the book though, because it really illustrates, Hugh's kind of having that anxiety about, being picked, which is really kind of the shared experience I feel like we all kind of feel once in a while. And I'd be curious if you'd be willing to share like a moment in your career where you kind of had that anxiety of whether being picked or, moving forward, like how you kind of work through those feelings.
I think in terms of my journey, there's always moments where I like to say I've always been, had the underrated mentality and underrated spirit where there's, times that people will say, what they want to highlight what you can and and mostly what you can't do. They want to keep reminding you, you know, all of your deficiencies and the things that, you know, they say that you can't do. And so that belief that you have in you, again, you have to remind yourself. And there are times that when I first got to play varsity basketball, obviously, you know, in terms of I have a superpower and a huge experience, I always felt like I was undersized, you know, outmatched. And there are plenty of times where I heard that from other people. And that's where you have a decision to make, whether you're going to believe them or believe yourself and who you know yourself to be and what you feel like you're capable of doing. And also having that belief that you can accomplish anything that you put your mind to. So, you know, I got told, you know, how much I had to improve, you know, again, what I couldn't do on the court compared to other people. I had told that over and over and over again. But at the end of the day, you have to choose to believe what you know you can do, and that'll carry you, you know, through all your experiences.
I love it. That makes total sense. It's all about having that competitive spirit, like just kind of push yourself and you'll get there. Like you just need to believe in yourself. I think that's what you said. And I think that's important. Like believe in yourself. Don't care what everyone else believes. You believe it, then it's going to happen.
Absolutely.
And as a world-class competitor, I'd love to, you know, issue you a challenge if you're up for it.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, you of all people know what it's like to be against the clock. It sounded like at AAU there was like that pivotal core memory again. So you're going to have to go hone in on that skill of being against the clock because we're about to play crunch time.
Let's do it.
So the way this is going to work, it's about you're going to have 1 minute to complete these sentences on the screen, Mad Lib style. So we're going to see how many prompts you can get through in that next 60 seconds. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. It's officially crunch time.
If I wasn't a basketball player, I would be either a golfer or a PE teacher. My favorite subjects at school were math, and math. That's all I really wanted to learn. My biggest fear is spiders, actually. My favorite holiday destination is probably Cabo. Two people I admire are Barack Obama and Michael Jordan. My favorite movie is Love and Basketball, but don't go rushing to see that one, all right? My secret talent is, I guess, being able to play golf or finish Rubik's Cubes. If I was an animal, I would be an elephant. My family makes me smile. My favorite dish is anything that my wife Aisha Curry makes, especially when it's salmon.
Would you look at that, Stefan? That is a new crunch time record. Apparently that's just a thing you do, setting records. I wish I had a big trophy to give you, but congratulations, you're the record holder for crunch time. I have to say also, like I had reviewed these questions with my mom, and she had thought that your favorite animal would be a rabbit. So you heard it here first, Mom. It's an elephant. So also, there's a lot of PE teachers. You know, I mean, you'd be a great PE teacher. But that's really interesting. I know you were a good golfer. I saw that hit you had, that eagle, was it? Just a while ago. So, man, yeah, killer.
I had a lot of great PE teachers growing up, so I appreciate it.
Cool. Well, thank you again for playing Crunch Time. And speaking of time, we're about halfway through today's show, so it's selfie time. So to the audience, get ready. We're about to take a selfie with Stephen Curry. So gather up to the front of the screen, hop out again of that beanbag, get comfortable, and so we're going to get warmed up here. So Stephen, sit tight. But again, we're going to get the cue some music for us to get loose, maybe some dance some. But we're going to get our folks and the audience kind of ready for this selfie. warmed up there, so I think we can take some selfies. Would you do us an honor and count us down?
Absolutely. Let's do it. Y'all ready? Some big smiles on 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right, thanks. All right, that was awesome. I got my pick. I'm having a blast. Everyone out there is having a blast. And we'd love to see your selfies. So please post them on social and make sure to tag us, Microsoft Flip, and our friends below. It's going to be a ton of fun. But thank you so much, Stefan. That was a blast.
Absolutely.
And now on to some questions. So, Stefan, the Penguin Young Readers team put together a flip group where we collected learners' video questions from around the world. And we have a few of them that we picked out, and we're going to roll the first one.
Hi, Stefan. This is Saya from New York. And I'm wondering, what inspired you to write the book?
I love that question, Sahir. I had the same wondering. What made you write a kid's book, and what was your inspiration for it?
I mean, the inspiration was the next generation of amazing leaders, scholars, athletes, you name it. Whatever you put your mind to, you have to have the ability to believe what's inside of you, what makes you who you are, what makes you unique. And, I've been through so many experiences in my life that's made me who I am today. And to know that, we all have something to offer this world. We all have a special gift and a superpower to share with the world. It's just a matter of being confident in who you are, who you're made to be. And I wanted to share that story with the next generation of game changers that are going to go out and do amazing things in this world. And the fact that I got the ability to write a book and share that with you, it means the world to me.
Hey, cheers to the game changers. I love it. All right, let's play our next video question.
Hi, my name is Manvardhan Sharma. I am from India and I would like to know, how do you prepare for big moments on and off the court? Thank you.
That's a great question. How do you prepare for those big moments in life?
I think we've all experienced where, you have a big moment, whether it's a big game, a big test, a big speech, whatever it is, and you get nervous and sometimes you get a little anxious. I love that feeling because those are the moments where, life becomes amazing because, you care and those moments matter. So you feel something, but how you prepare is, the work that leads into it. It's the grind of, whatever you're preparing for, putting the time in, getting the reps in, building your confidence so that when those moments come, you can kind of wave off the nervousness and the anxious energy with your preparation and your self-confidence. And again, I kind of said it earlier, all of those big moments, they're opportunities to learn and grow, whether they're successful or not. We always can find something to take from those experiences and make us better moving forward.
And that's definitely something we see the main character Hughes, kind of go through as well, like practicing every day, preparing for that big moment. So love that. All right, let's play our final video question.
Hi, Stephen Curry. My name is Ayana Doñez. I'm 10 years old and I love to play basketball. I live in Lodi, California. And I'm so excited that your team won the championships because I'm a huge Warriors fan. And I have one question for you. Before big games or big shots, when you're under a lot of pressure, how do you stay focused or concentrate? Bye!
I love that. Well, your super fan Ayana from California is wondering, how do you stay cool under pressure?
I mean, a lot of that goes into, again, the preparation for those moments. Any shot that you've seen me take on the court, it's not the first time I've ever taken that shot. I've practiced so many hours, so many days, so many years at it, where I'm able to be confident in those moments. But I think the biggest thing that I enjoy the most about sports and anything that challenges you in life is the ability to just be in the moment and embrace the moment. There's nothing that you should be anxious about afterwards. You don't really want to worry about the consequences of any outcome. You really want to be as present as possible in what's in front of you and the opportunity that's in front of you. Because those are the experiences that you'll remember for the rest of your life. And so enjoying the moment and staying present is the key, because there's so much other things that you can't control in life. And there's so many things that you can't control with how things, turn out. but you can control your energy and your focus and being in the moment and enjoying yourself.
Yeah, there's so much truth to that. It's like just being in the moment, it's like soaking it all up. I think we live in just a world where everything is so fast paced, and we just gotta, stick and just like take in, soak it all in. I mean, I imagine you're soaking in all that flavor that your wife is cooking for you, everything there, just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. And I think that's a great message. Like, life moves too fast. Let's just take a beat.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we're wrapping up our show now, sadly, but I want to ask any final thoughts for our audience here today.
Well, I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate everybody, taking some time to hear a couple pages of I Have a Superpower, and just know that you are special, you are loved, you are unique, and embrace it. And I can't wait to hear so many amazing responses to the book that we wrote, and hopefully you find what your superpower is and that you're able to share that with the world.
Thank you, Stefan. And thank you for your time. Thank you for inspiring us again with your new book, I Have a Superpower. My friend Ann Cosmo, my colleague, says like the importance of having that heart and hustle. And I totally see it both in your book and this interview today. It's been amazing. And especially when the world is underestimating us, we can really believe in ourselves and push ourselves and have that mindset to believe in ourselves to be better and that we can be. So again, thank you again, Stefan. Appreciate you being here. And thanks so much.
Thank you so much. See you all later.
Stephen Curry. Man, that was amazing. I'm feeling fired up and ready to conquer the world. If you're feeling the same way, head on over to flip.com/Stephen Curry to join the Penguin Young Readers group and let us know, did you discover your superpower today? Hundreds of videos around the world have already been submitted, and we would love for you to join in on the conversation. And even though we're wrapping up today, the learning and inspiration is never really over because we have flip events every week. Head on over to aka.ms/flip events to find an adventure that sparks your curiosity. So that's it for today. I'm your host, George Malukrin, and on behalf of Flip, Penguin Young Readers, and the amazing guest, Stephen Curry, thank you again for spending time with us, and we'll see you next time.